And like, that's the thing in the workplace. I know Rehab Room was saying this, but you definitely want to lie about having a girlfriend, because that was like the biggest mistake I kind of made at that warehouse job. I was way too open and honest, like way too open and fucking honest, because you know, they probably thought I was like weird or a loser. They'd be like, oh, what'd you do on your day off? And I'd be like, you know, sat around and did absolutely nothing. They would ask like, oh, you know, you see any girls and shit like that? And I remember saying at the time, I think I was like 22. I was like, oh, you know, I'm a 22-year-old virgin. And they were like, what, bro? Like it was like some sort of, I don't know, like, how does that happen? That's just impossible type of thing. But there's a lot of dudes that haven't gotten laid. You know, it's just like the excess males and modernity and, you know, this modern world, I mean, and just shit like that, and just not the cancellation of natural selection. There's just like so many guys that are just fucking walking around like clueless ducks, me included, you know. But I feel like you have to find balance, because it's like no matter what you do, right, like you can't be completely quiet at a job, right? Because like people like me, like I remember growing up in school, I was usually the quiet kid. And they'd be like, oh my God, he's going to be a mass shooter. Oh, even a teacher joked about that shit. I should have gotten her fucking fired. I should have done what this guy did, you know, recorded her and got her fucking fired, you know. I feel like that's like the new meta for being subhuman. Just record everybody. And if they fucking harass you, just sue their ass or some shit. You know what I mean? But I even remember my mom during that time was saying, like, you got to record this lady. Like, this is like unacceptable shit. Because I was just quiet. I just never said anything, you know, and then they would just make jokes about that shit. But if you're overly confident and overly social, they'll just think you're like, oh, why is he overly confident? Why he's weird. He's weird. So you just can't win, man. I feel like you just can't win. I'm kind of learning at my new job. You know, I work with this just one person, like literally just one person in a truck. If you didn't know what I do, I work for this liquor company where basically in the mornings, you know, we get our route. We go to like bars, you know, liquor stores, gas stations, whatever the fuck, you know, and do like the drop-offs. He does like the invoices. And like for this guy, he seems well established, like like a normie type. And I think like, you know, the new meta for, you know, subhuman men is obviously you don't want to be too quiet, or they'll be like, oh my God, he's dangerous. What is he thinking? Oh. And you also don't want to be like overly just like loud, and because they'll be like, yeah, this guy's weird. Why is he so confident for looking like shit? You know, you know what I mean? So I think the new meta is just give as like basic, simple answers as possible. Just, you know, keep everything, you know, you gotta lie to them, gotta be like, you know, I got a girlfriend, going out tomorrow to watch my son's basketball game. I'm a cuck. You know, you gotta be like that. And I noticed too, like groups of people at work are extremely fucking dangerous, guys. Very, very dangerous, you know, in school, work, college, whatever. Groups of people are super fucking dangerous. Because what I noticed, you know, if you're in a group, let's say like in school, for example, like I had this happen to me in 6th grade. There's the group of kids, like they're like all friends. It was in my, one of my history classes, and they threw some shit at like the teacher or whatever. They kept throwing shit at him, and, they blamed it on me. And the guy's so fucking stupid that, because, like, how do you, like, come on, you have to have common sense. If there's, like, a group of people being like, oh, he did it, you have to know, like, chances are he probably didn't do it. But people don't question shit. People are ignorant as fuck. So I end up in the office, and it was, like, a week-long thing. I had to go there every day, and then, like, these kids would, like, come in, they'd be like, oh, no, I swear he did it. We didn't, because I knew who fucking did it. And they would be like, no, because it's their word against yours, basically. Same thing for the workplace. If someone fucks something up at the workplace, oh yeah, and that's the thing. I got fucking in school suspension for that, by the way, something I didn't even do. And it's the same shit at work. You have a group of people, if someone fucks something up real bad, and they're like a well-established group of like friendly people, they're gonna fuck you. You know, they're gonna be like, oh, he did it. He's the one who fucked up. You know, he's the one who messed up. It wasn't us. It was him. And your boss will be like, you know, all fucking mad and shit. Like, oh, you're on thin ice, buddy, for something you didn't do. They're all angels. You know, and that's the thing, too. I've got accused of stealing shit at my old warehouse job, like, a couple times, actually. One of them was really, really fucked up. There was this chick, right? She was 19 years old. She would work, like, only, guys, like, 5 hours every day for, like, from 5 5 o'clock to like 9 or 10, you know, when the store would close. You know, it was like this family owned business that sold like beer, wine, and like groceries and shit. And this woman, you know, because like I would work in the warehouse, but since I would always work, I would do overtime all the time. They'd be like, okay, no, you're gonna do stock in the shelves today. Oh, you're gonna do cashier work today. Oh, so I would be doing a lot of shit, right? And there's this old woman with like dementia. I'm pretty sure she had fucking dementia. It would be me and her some days, just like for the last 5 hours of the fucking store. And I swear to God, guys, she would tell me the same fucking story every day. And I just wouldn't even call her out on it. I just like smile and shake my head like, yeah, cool, yeah. But I'm telling you, it was like Joe Biden level of like fucking bad. I couldn't even like believe it, you know? Like it was just so bad. I found out she had a heart attack actually, you know, like last year. Which is like, fuck. She was like the only one nice to me. Like I'm telling you, she was the only person in that fucking store that was nice to me. But anyway, it was me, her, and like this 19-year-old chick with she had 2 kids. I don't, like that's insane, man. At 19 years old having 2 kids. One of them was like 2 years old or some shit. The other one was like just born or whatever, like a couple months. And I guess she took this as a part-time gig, you know, only working 5 hours night shift, you know, like all the time. And what she was doing, so the register, there's a camera above, right? And there's the register, but it's underneath like the table. So what she would do, right? She would take the fucking money, and instead of putting it in the register, she would put it off to the side or in her purse somewhere, right? And she was good. Like she was actually genuinely good with it, you know? Until one day, because they noticed they were losing a lot of fucking money, like a lot of money. But it was this one order in particular, where basically this guy bought like $1,000 worth of shit, and she took all the money, and my boss like thought I did it, you know. And they're checking the cameras. They're like, oh, we know, you better speak up now. You know, this Russian dude, you better speak up. I know you stealing. I'm like, no. He's like, oh, we find out. And I was like, fuck, you know. And then she brings in the old lady, accuses her of stealing. So he basically accused both of us of stealing money for like months. He's like, I know, I need to prove, but I know after today, I know someone's stealing. And I was like, all right, dude, I'm not fucking like, because of course, you know, the only worry I had was that I would get fucking in trouble for something I didn't fucking do, you know. that was the only worry. And finally, after like a week, it took, because he couldn't spot it. It finally took like one of the managers to review, like they had to request like all the footage from over the months, and just to find out. And this is the funny part. This chick took off like for a vacation or whatever right before they actually caught her. Like I swear, like a few days. And the funny thing is, my boss found out I wasn't even fucking working that day, guys. I wasn't even fucking working that day from the footage where like she stole all that shit. And she got away with like a few grand, you know. And when my boss said, he was like, oh, you weren't even working that day. And I was like, yeah, okay. And he's like, okay. And just didn't even apologize, didn't even do anything, just like kind of shrugged his shoulders and went, okay. Like fucking weird. And he also thought I stole a bunch of wine, like $10,000 worth of fucking wine one time, because he had me drive to this like really fucked up like remote area like an hour away. You know, it's kind of funny because like what I'm doing now for work, it wasn't really much different from that old warehouse job, except like now I'm just permanently driving. But like this was like non-CDL work. You get like this really shitty like van, and it wasn't even that many cases of wine. It was just like 2, 3, 4 cases of just like these bottles that were just happened to be really expensive. And you know, basically what happened was, so I drive to this really remote area. I don't know where the hell I'm at, you know. And my boss was like, oh, make sure you take picture of ID and make sure everything okay, get everything. Because, I mean, even he probably knew it was, like, really sketchy, you know. But he makes me go there, and I shit you not, I'm, like, just waiting. It's, like, this, sort of like this construction area where, like, they're building these apartments. And I'm just parked in, like, this one parking space, just no one. Just nobody at all. No one's even working. And these 2 cars just fucking pull up, you know, about like 5 guys fucking come out, and they just start unloading my shit. and I don't even question it. I'm like, oh, can I see your ID? It was some weird ID from like, I forgot what state, but it wasn't New York. It wasn't even upstate New York. It was some weird fucking state. I can't remember. Fuck, what was it? I think it might have been Nevada. It was from like somewhere, and it was so fucking fake. But I was kind of scared, you know, and the crazy thing is, the guy, he pretty much said, like, he was like, thank you for cooperating. And it was fucking weird, and he gave me a $200 tip. And, you know, I sent him the fucking, the guy's license. He's like, oh, you know, this complete fucking bullshit. You know, you didn't deliver. I'm like, oh no, I gave it to them. He's like, what the fuck you doing? You know, having a breakdown. I swear to God, that guy had the headset connector bald spot where the top of your head is like connected by this last, you know, remaining, piece of hair. That shit was gone by the end of the, you know, my time there. I swear to God, me and these fucking Zoomers drove this guy up the fucking wall, you know, because we would just fuck up so much. And he thought that I drove to my fucking house and dropped all that shit off, you know. He's like, oh, I know you fucking steal, you drive it home, I bet you drive it home. I'm like, no, I gave it to the guy. And this is the thing too, what I want to fucking, like, thank God, something in like my gut feeling told me to record that whole incident. Like, something deep down told me to record that, like what I was mentioning earlier. This was before this guy even told me about that shit. Something just told me to record this fucking interaction because I didn't feel safe at all. And I fucking, you know, I had to like talk to the police and shit because it was a stolen credit card. And this guy had like done this shit like a bunch of times. And guys, the car had no fucking license plate. The cars had no fucking license plates. And yeah, like I had to send them the audio and shit and all that. But thank fucking God, because who knows what would have happened, right? If I didn't record that, maybe I would have fucking, maybe this guy would have been like, oh, you stealing, oh, no proof but you stole, oh. You know, it's just completely just like, you know, ridiculous. Just getting accused of shit like with no, just everyone's like, oh my God, he did it because he's subhuman. He's an easy scapegoat. Let's fuck him over. He has nothing to live for anyway. The fucking evil ass people. Because yeah, you know, my boss, he's like, how could you be so fucking stupid? He have no license plate, no address. You still give it to him? And I had to explain to him, I'm like, there were so many guys there. It was fucking scary as shit. They were all wearing suits. It was fucking shady as hell. And they took it out of the car without, like, you know, they took it out of the back of the van before I even left the car. And thank you for cooperating, you know, pulling out this wad of cash, you know. And yeah, just fucking thank God I had that audio, because no one would have believed me. No one would have believed me at all, you know. Sad shit. But, yeah, you know, groups of people are fucking dangerous, you know, very, very dangerous.